You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
In a world filled with cigars, craft beer, comics, movies, and video games,
only two men are brave enough to search out all things nerdy.
It's the Cigar Nerds Podcast!
And welcome to the Cigar Nerds Podcast. I'm your host, Smokin' Joe.
And I'm your fill-in co-host, the Ginger of Inger.
Yep, Brad is, went on a cruise. I don't know if he's got the Hanavirus yet or not. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back next week, and we'll find out if he survived.
You better be fucking quarantining.
So this week, you're smoking your usual bullshit, but I'm smoking the Litto Gomez Emeraude, however you pronounce it.
I see it.
Well, it's not Emerald, it's Emeraude. Emeraude.
So probably Emeraude.
Yeah, so this is a TAA exclusive. If you're not familiar with Litto Gomez, it's made by LFD Cigars, and it's kind of their, I guess, their premium line, but they haven't made them in a few years, so this is like the only way you can get an old school LG is in this new whatever TAA cigar, which it has a Dominican wrapper over Dominican binders and fillers.
Well, alrighty then.
And it is a brown, oily looking bastard, which I do appreciate. That usually means it's a good ass cigar.
That's not usually a positive way to describe something, but we'll go with it.
Oh, when you're talking about dark cigars, yeah, an oily wrapper is often a sign of izgushinmeng.
Izgushinmeng?
Mm-hmm. So this week we're gonna talk about
fatality.
Mortal Kombat. Yes, we're gonna be talking about Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel to the previous Mortal Kombat reboot. And if you've got to defend the Earth against the Outrealm, you should call in Strikeforce. StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use the promo code CigarNerds for whatever % off.
I don't remember. I think it's 10.
I don't know. I haven't ordered any in a while.
I think it's 10 if I remember.
So yeah, if you got to go through some portals, it comes in a tiny little tin pouch, easy to transport.
You gotta have pockets. Most of them have pockets, fine.
Prison wallets.
Sonya didn't have pockets, but that's neither here nor there.
But yeah, so for those that aren't familiar, what are you smoking? The same thing you smoke every time
yeah,
you
pretty much.
Fill in.
I'm smoking the Drew Estates Girl with No Name, because once I find something I like, I stick with it. That's just the way I roll. Like you. I like you. I stick with you. Yeah. It's sweet and
it's also
kind of like medium, not really mild, but
it's also Deadwood tobacco.
Oh, well.
I mean, they're owned by Drew Estates.
Well,
but yeah,
okay. Sorry, I got put on the spot there, and I thought I recovered well. Fuck.
I mean, that's all you smoke. You should know this by now.
That is not all I smoke. It is one of a few select that I smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Anyway, with that, the tournament is about to begin, and we will be right back.
Thanks. You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Where the hell am I?
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
This is a war fate of your world.
And welcome back. Mortal Kombat.
Something like that. That's pretty close. You have this epic, wonderful music. We didn't use it enough.
So yes, Mortal Kombat 2, sequel to the 2021 Mortal Kombat, directed by Simon McQuaid. And because we talked about, the first Mortal Kombat way back in the day.
Yeah. It's been a hot minute.
Which I enjoyed, but it wasn't without its problems. Such as this cigar is not quite lit.
Get it under control there, Skippy.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up on the Mortal Kombat 2 episode, because not that it's a bad thing, but it was, to me, obvious that they listened to the customers and tried to fix everything that was wrong with the first movie. Whether that was a benefit or a detriment, I don't know. It kind of depends on your point of view, because it was the fan service was obvious to me. So the first one, liked it. It was good. Quality fight scenes.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But there was no Mortal Kombat.
True.
Well,
I mean...
No. The tournament did not take place in a movie called Mortal Kombat. It was all, leading up to the tournament, and basically Shang Tsung on behalf of Shao Kahn trying to cheat and kill off the Earthrealm warriors before the tournament even began. But yeah, there's no official Mortal Kombat takes place in the first Mortal Kombat movie. It's all prepping for the tournament.
I mean, that's a fair assessment.
And there's the other part of that as well is Mortal Kombat's got a huge cast of characters, and they made a brand new character that's not in any of the games, comics, animated series. It's an original character just for this movie, and made him the star. And all your kind of classic characters were supporting cast.
Okay. I'll give you that one. That is a very fair assessment. But going back to your first point, I get what you're saying. There was no Mortal Kombat in Mortal Kombat. But if we're talking about a generation seeing this or trying to pull them into the fold for the Mortal Kombat fan base that have no recollection of the original set of movies.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Original movies have absolutely nothing to do with this. This is based on a video game.
Okay.
And
all right.
The video game centers around a tournament called Mortal Kombat.
I understand that. But if you have kids that have not played these games, adults now because we're old,
they're still making Mortal Kombat games. There's
see
one
a
came out last
problem
year.
with doing the preparatory thing as the first movie, because you need to get to know who these characters are if you're not familiar with the lore. I didn't see that problem, but that's just me. If you're talking about people that are just coming into this and don't have any idea what this franchise is even about, setting the scene with these characters, and yes, I agree, having a new character is bullshit, because that's not how that was supposed to work. But I understand why you have a whole Mortal Kombat movie without actual Mortal Kombat, because you've got to set the scene and explain what the situation is.
I mean, you could do that with... You keep referring to the original movies that have nothing to do with this franchise, but did they have to do a prequel for the first original Mortal Kombat movie, or did they explain it all in them, the 20 minutes before they get to the freaking actual Mortal Kombat?
I mean, yes, they did, but not well. I don't feel like they did, but they didn't And like you said, this is a large cast, so like you have to introduce each one, give them some kind of backstory. It didn't bother me as much as it bothers a lot of people. So
then again, did you ever play any of the games?
Yes, I did. Yes, I played the games.
Past Mortal Kombat 1?
I think the last one I remember playing is the third.
Yeah, there's like 11 or 12 of these things now.
I was not big into video games, but yes, I did play Mortal Kombat.
But yeah, I do... But we're not doing a Mortal Kombat 1 podcast because pretty sure we already did that. But just explaining the problems with MK1, now that we're getting into MK2, like to me it was like, it was obvious that they were trying to
correct mistakes.
Correct to give the people what they wanted, that wanted to like a freaking Mortal Kombat movie, because you know the second one, spoilers, we actually get to Mortal Kombat Tournament, but all the fights scenes took place in like recognizable video game settings. So it was like, I was like, oh yeah, there's the acid pit, there's the pit, there's Raiden's Sky Temple. Like like I said, it looked like they made a live action version of the video game because they used all these famous kind of set pieces from the previous games. And of course, like the brand new character that they invented for the first movie and decided to make him the star has like what, 3 lines? He has like one little speech. And then, like, he gets, like, completely murked in his first fight. I mean, his fatality is pretty badass, because he gets, like, his head smashed by Shao Kahn's hammer and then tossed in the acid pit. But, yeah, it was like, all right, let's get rid of this guy that none of y'all like.
Well, okay, so the fan service was high. There was definitely, the fan service was high. I'll give you that.
But at the same time, like I said, and then they brought in more of the classic characters, specifically Johnny Cage, and kind of made him the star of this one. But then all the people that you kind of liked from the previous movie that weren't Cole got kind of pushed to the side a little bit and didn't get as much story time as old Johnny Cage.
I mean, it was an odd portrayal of Johnny Cage, I think. It was an odd casting. He did well, but it was weird to me.
I don't know. I like what's his name? Carl Urban as an actor, because he's like, and you know, this isn't a. Let me see the way to put this. This isn't a famous actor version of Johnny Cage. This is a kind of post fame. This is like
the downward slope.
Yeah, this is kind of like a dude that was huge in like the, let's say, the 90s. Now he's like, you know, and it's kind of sad when they introduce him. It's like he's like doing a guest spot at a some kind of a convention, and nobody is coming to his booth. And it's just him, like, loading all his, like, leftover merchandise into his car at the end of the day. That's, like, I mean, it's a Mustang, but it's still, like, probably one he bought back when he was famous, because it's, like, maybe a 20-year-old Mustang. And, yeah.
See, now you're making me, like, feel bad, because we've been to lots of conventions, and there's lots of booths with people, nobody at them, and now I'm like, no, I needed to go talk to those people, even if I don't know who they are. Hey, you were great, man, back in the day. I don't know who you are, but you were great. You go pay lip service to all the empty booths at the convention next time.
But I do like, before that, they started off with a scene from one of his like more famous movies, apparently, back when he was like in his prime. And then it cuts to, it's like it's playing on like a video screen at this con, and like nobody's bothering to like stop and get autographs.
I mean, maybe he's wildly overpriced. You don't know.
I mean, even had his signature sunglasses he was selling.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make ends meet, man. He said maybe he was wildly overpriced for the particular era or convention. Who knows? You know, we've seen some shit like that.
But yeah, they did also, you know, give him his, like, you know, fighting bona fides of like, oh yeah, he's not just an actor, he was an
actual skilled martial artist.
Yeah, one of the youngest whatever world champion taekwondo guys or whatever they bullshit they said in the in the intro. And then, you know, if you're Lord Raiden and you're coming to summon a fighter at a convention is probably not the best place to do it, because he's just like, nice cosplay. Are y'all
yeah.
Are y'all fans?
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, if I was walking around Dragon Con and someone that looked like Raiden appeared, I'd be like,
a wizard walks up to you at Dragon Con, like that's the start of some kind of like joke.
No, I'm a real wizard. I'm like, yeah, you're really dedicated to your cosplay.
You're a real wizard. Good job. Congratulations, buddy.
Until he opens his portal and takes him to the.
Boy, how long did that take you to make? And how much of it is 3D printed? Because that's the real question.
Oh, but yeah, him when they get to like the Sky Temple and shit, and he like, unfortunately has to like, yeah, you know, we've all got these like superpowers because that's the way they kind of explained it in the first movie, so they could use their actual Mortal Kombat moves. Mm-hmm. He's like, you're a chosen one, so you have it, but it could take months of training to like unlock it. But tournament starts tomorrow. Good luck. You're probably gonna die.
We don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. You don't know how to access it, but you got it. It's fine. It's like, what is it? The God, there's so many stories of it. Like they give the athlete the magic potion.
Oh,
water.
placebo effect.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you've got a power. You are Jesus.
Well, it's like
I've not even been drinking today. What the hell? You are invincible. But it's actually just Gatorade.
Well, it's like when he's sitting there, like, you know, after he gets his ass kicked but doesn't die, and Raiden's walking around with this like bag of something, and he's like just hands it to him, and he's like, "What is these like magic like superpower pills? This is how you get all your power and stuff." And he's like, "It's birdseed." Right? Yeah, it's birdseed.
I mean, the motivation for everybody's different.
You gotta learn perspective.
You're gonna learn perspective from birdseed, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, Raiden's a god, but you know, he still gotta feed his birds.
Sure, why not?
Well, that, and it's like, there's so many Mortal Kombat catchphrases too that like, I mean, you're to kind of keep going down this rabbit hole of how the fan service to try to make up everything from the first one. Like, one of your biggest complaints in the first one was like, they haven't played the Mortal Kombat song. We got like maybe like 5 seconds of it, like in the final fight.
God, it makes me so mad. You have this amazing music that's so recognizable, and you could use it everywhere. It's your music. It belongs to you. You have the rights to it. It's for the movie. Put it everywhere. No, we're not going to do that.
But in this one, we got in the whatever final credit sequence, we get the entire freaking Mortal Kombat song. So I mean,
the end credits. I don't want it in the end credits.
That's the climax.
I don't care. I don't care.
And there was like touches of it, like in some of the other fight scenes. And they brought in a lot more of the classic characters. I mean, we got Katana in this one. We got Jade, Queen Sindel, and Quan Chi, the necromancer. And even we got Raiden wants to not Raiden, freaking Shao Kahn decides to cheat and uses a amulet that we saw in the first movie that's also from some of the games. And
I'm not going there because I don't. It's like I said when we were watching it. Like, this tournament is overseen by these gods or whatever on high that are higher above everybody else, and everybody's fucking cheating. We've been cheating from minute 1 the whole time. But that's cool. It's cool if you cheat. You know. Ugh. Frustrating.
If you never played the games, the gods are kind of absent. They don't interfere very often.
Exactly. What's the fucking point? What is the point of this tournament being overseen by these high and mighty figures that never intervene and do anything? They sound like bullshit to me. Sound like faulty advertising.
Because they're whatever, too high and mighty for the petty disagreements of the Earthlings and outworldlings and 80.
We're going to be gods no matter who we roll over, even if we don't actually.
People are an ant farm.
True. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you that. You're an ant worm. Fucking alien ant worm.
But I do like the cameo we got of Ed, the bartender, when Johnny Cage is like
hitting rock bottom.
Yeah, having his drink. Because at first he's like, you know, they zap him to Raiden's temple, and he's like, nah, I ain't down with this. Like, let me leave. But then he gets like teleported in for the first fight, whether he likes it or not. But he goes back to the bar, and the bartender's Ed Boon, one of the original creators of Mortal Kombat.
Now, you just thought you had a choice. We asked you to join, but you just thought you had a choice. It's actually, this is the way it is, and you're just going to deal with it. We can snatch you up from anywhere.
I do like they included Quan Chi in this one, just to have him bring, because the way they end up cutting Raiden's throat and draining some of his god powers to power the magical amulet that makes Shao Kahn immortal.
We needed god juice to power the amulet,
But Quan Chi, the necromancer, king of the netherworld, whatever he is, brings Kung Lao back to life, who died in the first one, and now he's like evil zombie Kung Lao. But for whatever reason, they resurrected Kano, and that is I saw a meme like, actor who played Kano in Mortal Kombat hurts back carrying the entire fucking franchise on his back.
I mean, he did get all the best lines, like all of them.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, he was funny in the first one. This time, he is just absolutely hysterical. Like, I would watch this
just to watch him,
just for the Kano bits. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's funny too because they're like the whole. It's like freaking Katana and Jade finds Quan Chi on Earth. She's like, "What are y'all doing?" He's like, we were sent here to retrieve something. She's like, "What is it?" "I believe it's called a Kano."
Fuck. Why?
And then they bring him back to life, and he's like, "Where's the amulet you stole from Raiden's temple?" He's like, "It's in my pocket." And she's like, "We had to resurrect him? Like, couldn't we have just searched his pockets?"
I mean, technically, you're right.
Josh Lawson, that's who plays Kano. But yeah, it's like, and then he's like, the lines, he's like, fucking Quan Chi, he's like, "Hey, like, you brought me back, but you didn't bring back my freaking eye. Like, like, you owe me an eye." And the guy's like, "Fine," and like makes him an eye and like throws it to him. He's like, "Dude, you didn't have to throw it on the ground. It's like all dirty and stuff." Now he pops in, he's like, "Whoa, this is like HD. Like, can you do the other one?"
Yeah.
Well, what's some of the things he calls him? He's like, "Hey, Pennywise."
He's like not actually zombie though. He still has a smart ass stupid mouth. Unlike Queen Sindel is an actual zombie.
So it's like
no other purpose than like a parrot on a perch. She's just sitting there.
And so was
Kano's a full on mouthy Australian.
Yeah. So was they're like, "Why is he not a revenant like the rest of them?" And he's like, "I don't know. Maybe because he was a chosen one or whatever. He's special."
He's special, all right.
Yeah, because the rest of them are all kind of zombie-esque, but for some reason Kano got the full
lights are on, but nobody's home. You know?
the full resurrection. But yeah, he's like, hey, Pennywise, you owe me a fucking eyeball. Or later on when he's spoiler, he switches sides at one point and he like shows up with like captured and we'll get to the reason why later on, but captured Quan Chi, and he's like, this guy looks like Voldemort's nutsack.
Yeah. Which is what you want to be called. That's Pennywise is not bad, but Voldemort's nutsack goes like a whole goes hard on a whole other level.
Oh yeah, this like the fucking
What the fuck is going on here? I cannot keep my shit lit.
Where was I? Yeah, this one was really
Really, it was funny, honestly. I mean, the fight scenes were good, and there was some very gratuitous violence, which, you know, is always a good thing. And it was funny. They had funny parts.
But yeah, like all the freaking Kano lines were hysterical. But, you know, this was really the Katana story and the Johnny Cage story.
Yeah.
Those were definitely so like all our supporting cast in the first movie, still pretty much supporting cast. I mean, Liu Kang had some good stuff.
Yeah, but Sonya didn't have shit, and Jax didn't have much of shit.
I mean, he was good until he won his first fight and then got freaking impaled by
Yeah, but he was a side quest or side monologue. God Almighty, we gotta stop. I gotta get some like moonshine or something because I can't speak today apparently at all. But it kind of seemed like the only reason Jax won his fight was to give a segue into Katana. That was it. There was no.
Well, he didn't kill Jade, and then that convinced her kind of to be a good guy at some point. And flip sides, because she was.
She was hardcore drinking the Kool-Aid. She's like, nope,
because
this
Katana,
is what the boss said.
we find out early on is because the movie starts with Shao Kahn having Mortal Kombat with her world and winning and killing her father, and then basically
you are my daughter and now you are my wife.
And
like, the fuck the fuck,
and as in the game. But then Jade is her best friend, but she's like loyal to the Emperor and her bodyguard. But then Katana refuses to kill Johnny Cage in their first fight, and then when Jax fights Jade, he's like, your girl let one of ours live, so we're even now. I ain't killing you for no fucking reason.
This is a favor.
And then she kind of
like, the Earthlings are better than what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
They're just better. They're better people. I mean, not like we shouldn't have already figured that out when you slaughter somebody's daughter or somebody's father. And God damn it! God damn it! I quit. Oh, I quit.
So
witness me falling on my fucking face. I don't know.
Yeah, freaking Cole gets his face smashed in the pit, and like whatever. Sonya in her first fight fights Sindel in like if you ever played the game, like the base of the pit was a level in one, so it wasn't up on that big bridge. It was down in the bottom where all the spikes and shit were, which was kind of. But did it seem like
that fight was so non-dramatic?
That was one thing I was about to say. Did it seem like it to you that the fights in this? It seemed like they had so much story to tell in a limited amount of time that the fights ended fairly quickly. With the exception of the 3-way fight with Noob Saibot, which, yes, we got Noob Saibot in this movie, and the final battle with Shao Kahn and Katana. The rest of the fights seemed to be fairly...
They almost like...
non-lengthy.
Yeah.
Like, the fight seemed longer in the first movie.
Definitely, like, half-hearted and not really where we put the focus. We were not focusing on this shit at all.
Well, I take that back. The Johnny Cage Kung Lao fight was a decent sized fight.
I mean, to be fair, fight movies, you're always going to have that main last battle. Like, that goes all the way back to Karate Kid. Like, the ending battle is going to be epic, and you're going to have minor skirmishes.
Yeah, I definitely think we got more fights per movie in this one than we did the first one. But the fights in the first one were more drawn out than...
Yeah.
With the exception of, like I said, like Kung Lao's fight, the 3-way fight with the Noob Saibot and Scorpion, and then the final battle. They all seem to end fairly quickly.
Yeah. Like, the fight in the first one with Rhaego was my favorite, because that was like...
With who?
Prince Rhaego. The 4-armed motherfucker.
You mean Goro?
Goro.
Who the fuck is Rhaego?
I don't know.
I was like, you thinking about some spaghetti for dinner? We're going to make rigatoni or...
I don't know, man.
Oregano?
I don't know. I give up. I surrender. Fucking take me to social media jail. I surrender. I don't know. Yes, Prince Goro. Thank you. And we resurrected everybody else's ass, but we just can't resurrect him because he was my favorite character out of all of them ever anyway.
I'm surprised we didn't have... Because in the games, you always had a overpowered character before you got to the final battle. And like Mortal Kombat 1 was Goro, obviously. And after he died, I think it was like...
His sister.
No, you had the bigger one. There was like Kentaro. And then they had... was it Shiva? I can't... There was one that was like 4 arms, but she had a horse body.
No, I don't remember that one. I'd have to look that one up. I don't remember that one.
But yeah, I haven't seen either of those in live action that I'm aware of.
That takes too much animation. We can't do that.
But yeah, when the Earth Warriors decide to come and try to steal the amulet so they can have a fair fight, before they can take it, Shao Kahn requests Quan Chi resurrect Bi-Han, which was Sub-Zero, and he appears and takes the amulet to the Nether Realm, but he's no longer Sub-Zero. He is Noob Saibot. If you remember him from the game, he was like the resurrected Sub-Zero. But Noob Saibot is just the 2 founders of the game's name spelled backwards. He was like a hidden character in like the first or second Mortal Kombat. But yeah, he's like basically just like a black shadow ninja, angry soul thingy. But yeah, so... and like the first reveal that Kano is one of the good guys. He's like, I beg to differ. Well,
chaotic neutral at best.
Sure, whatever. But yeah, when they track down Johnny Cage, and he's like, he's got the 3 henchmen, and he's like, you 3, I need y'all to stand like together in a row. All right, and then freaking just kills all 3 of them with his laser eye. He's like, good. Now, me and you gotta go get this. He's like, what? I thought you were a bad guy. He's like, dude, I've been to Outworld. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I may be
I'm an asshole.
I may be a mercenary,
and all these things, but I like money, and they don't have money.
Or margaritas, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like,
he goes down the whole list of things they don't have. Like, the bitches didn't like me, and yeah,
He's like, yeah, I'm willing to help y'all, cause I may be an asshole, but I'm an Earth asshole. I don't want to keep it as it is.
I'd like to continue to be an Earth asshole because Outworld sucks.
Yeah. So yeah, they get go back to Raiden. He's like, I got just enough power to send y'all to the Netherworld after Bi-Han. You're gonna have to find a guide when you get there, and I may not have the power to get you back. So figure it out, homies. So they go to the one guy in the Nether Realm that may help him. Motherfucking Scorpion.
Yeah, except he don't give a shit at first either. He's like, nah, I don't
yeah,
want
he's
nothing
like,
to do with that.
He's like, working his
cherry blossoms. He's busy.
What do you call those? The
Zen garden.
Yes, the little sand thing. And he's like, nope, I killed Sub-Zero, avenged my family. I'm good. Like, he's like, isn't this supposed to be hell? And he's like, yeah, but if your will is strong enough, you can make it. The Netherworld bends to my will. So it's like, and he's like, freaking Kano's there eating the peaches and shit, and he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't have any desire to fight anymore. And he's like, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Shao Kahn resurrected Bi-Han. Sub-Zero is back, and then he's like, fuck. Oh, well, that changes everything. Let me friggin'
that's all
put on my armor. Let's go fuck something up.
Yeah, that's a whole different situation.
And there's so many like classic lines in Mortal Kombat that is like, I'm like waiting for Shao Kahn to go finish him, and I'm like, he said the thing.
Yeah.
And then you're
get over over here.
Yeah, you're waiting for that from Scorpion, and you're like,
Total fatality.
Flawless victory.
Exactly. And the music. It's like, I need a few... It's a fucking Mortal Kombat movie. I need a very few simple things, and you can do whatever you want for the rest. I need a few of these simple things.
That's like, do you remember... I can't remember if it was Mortal Kombat 1 or 2, but when you lost, Shao Kahn would insult you.
Yeah.
And he had all the different... One of them was like, "It is official. You suck."
Yeah. He had more personality in the game. He's kind of a bitch in the movie.
I gotta say, because we saw this in theaters, like, not opening weekend, but, you know, like...
It was pretty soon after.
Yeah. The freaking movie-themed popcorn buckets is getting out of control. The popcorn bucket for this movie looked awesome. I wish I had it sitting here in the middle table. But it was like $50 fucking dollars.
No, I don't think so.
For something that felt like it was
3D printed.
Not even 3D printed. It felt like the Walmart Halloween mask,
True.
Plastic material. Like I said, it felt like something I could buy at freaking Spirit Halloween for $20 in October. But like it comes with a large popcorn and it's $50. I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah, that was a little... It was a little excessive. I don't know what most popcorn buckets go for, but...
That's probably the freaking... I've never tried to buy one of these, like, limited edition popcorn buckets, but yeah, I'm like... I thought, 20.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That was cool. I would have been fine with that.
I would have paid 20, but, like, I was like, yeah, how much is that? And they're like, oh, it's $50. I'm like...
Fuck you.
Yeah. Is it, like, made out of actual metal? Like, no. But it did look badass. So if you're willing to spend $50 for popcorn...
Now see if it had,
you should get it because it was awesome.
Fit on your head, and then you could actually make a costume out of it. But it
would probably fit on your head.
It didn't fit my head. I tried. It wouldn't fit my head.
I know it wouldn't fit my head.
Well, exactly. That's like
you've got a small head.
I have a small head. Lots of big brains and a small head. It's like dynamite, powerful stuff.
I got big head and small arms.
I don't think we thought through this situation. And that's for Meet the Robinsons, Robinsons, if anybody's familiar with looking for that little tidbit.
But another.
Sindel's fight sucked. I wanted to see her use her power.
She did. She did the scream thing.
Yes, but she was much... I don't know.
I mean, like I said, that one wasn't very long. Because it was like... Was it not... Ow, fuck. Bit the shit on myself.
Good job. Way to go.
I'm trying to think... Because the first round, it was just... Johnny Cage and Sonya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her fight did not last very long. So I'm trying to think if Kitano's one was a little more drawn out. Because, yeah, they kind of went through Sonya's victory pretty quickly.
I mean, like I said, to be fair, Sindel was a fucking zombie resurrected. Probably didn't have a whole lot of will to live left.
And then, like, the next round, it was like Liu Kang, Jax, and... Well, there was 3 in the third round, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think. But
the Liu Kang fight was pretty long, so the Jax fight was a little bit more truncated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that was the Cole round. It was Cole, Liu Kang, and Jax, and, yeah. Cole lost, and Liu Kang and Jax
won.
Temporarily won.
Temporarily. Like, this will be continued, you know.
But I did like how Liu Kang finally took down Kung Lao. Where he's like, the freaking hat is stuck in the ground doing the saw blade thing. And he's like, he lets him, like, hit him. And when he goes to, like, fall back, he grabs him and, like, pulls him down onto the blade.
Poor dude. You poor thing. You were such a dedicated warrior and you just got all the way fucked up.
Twice.
You didn't even get a say in it. You just got all the way fucked up.
But yeah, that fight scene between Scorpion, Johnny Cage, and Kano in the Netherworld too. And like, I said they made every fight look like a level from the game. That version of the Nether Realm or whatever looked badass. It looked like some shit we've seen in a bunch of the games. Like MC Escher. Cool. It's like MC Escher in hell. I mean, like it's like an Escher painting of hell.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I don't remember what it looked like in the game, but it's been way too long. But like, yeah.
And the way they did Noob Saibot, where it was like he could. It was an animated corpse filled with like basically a darkness that was like an oily spirit thing, and they could like separate and like and then have them fight multiple people.
Separate, and then it's like a rubber band stretched too tight, just plop back together.
All the teleporting and all that shit, and Kano's like getting his ass. He's like, all right, man, it's time to unleash whatever power you got. He's like, I don't have any powers. I'm just an actor. What? You don't have any powers? Oh, we're right fucked.
Yep. You said Kano carried a whole fucking movie. But it's okay, because you wanted to watch him.
Yeah, and then he... Jade switch sides and comes down to... they're like, Shang Tsung sends her to the Nether Realm to help Noob, and she gets there and it's like, nah, I'm on these
over
guys'
this
side.
Shit. Y'all have been assholes for way too long. I am over y'all shit.
So like, Scorpion's doing the fire. Kano's got his laser's eyes. She's blasting some kind of green shit. And finally, Johnny Cage unlocks his like shadow kick and destroys the amulet.
His fucking power was blue steel. I swear to God, that's what it was. He looked like Zoolander. Oh, I locked my sunglasses into place. That is my power. Like, yeah.
But before he discovered his power and destroyed the amulet, we skipped over a whole thing. One of the other new characters that was introduced in, I believe, Mortal Kombat 2, Baraka.
Fair point.
Freaking, they're like, basically Tacotans or whatever, I can't remember that. They're like, they're basically like enslaved by Shao Kahn as well. And like, they have a servant's entrance. We're going to need to, if we want to sneak into the castle and steal the amulet, we're going to have to,
we gotta make friends with these people and get their assistance.
So yeah, they go meet with their leader, which is Baraka, and freaking Liu Kang is like, well, if you won't help us, I challenge you. And he's like, nah, piss off. And then Johnny Cage does his typical Johnny Cage. He's like, starts like,
my power is arrogance.
Yeah.
Watch me.
And, just basically embarrassed him into, you're afraid of, because this is the great Liu Kang. It's understandable you're a chicken.
Okay, you can go cry.
And he finally like, I agree to fight, but I'm not challenging him. I'm challenging this loudmouth. And they're like, dude, you don't have any powers. You're definitely going to die. Yeah, nice knowing you guys.
You're definitely dead. Okay.
But at least die with honor,
Yeah.
So yeah, him and because up to that point,
definition of don't write checks your ass can't cash.
Up to that point, he'd kind of not been up to par, and he's like, fleeing from Baraka, and then finally she's like, dude, he's like, I'm just an actor, and she's like, well, act like a fighter, and he's like. Oh, and he finally like his sunglasses fell out. He pulls his sunglasses off and he's like, all right, now I'm just going to be Johnny Cage from the movies, and like starts actually fighting Baraka, and then he does the nut punch. And I was like, come on, you that's Johnny Cage's most famous move. You've got to nut punch somebody.
Yep. And
sure enough, he does the freaking Van Damme split, which Johnny Cage kind of based on Van Damme anyway.
Yeah.
They're similar fighting styles. Similar arrogance.
Yeah.
Does the split fair. And the ball punch to Baraka, and he's like, whoa. And after he's like, that is the best fight I've ever been in. Teach me your ways, great. Master Cage.
Teach me the ways of the mighty ball punch.
But yes, when after we must go defeat the bad guys, but once we defeat the bad guys, I will come by and I will train you in the ways of
nut punch.
Cage Fu.
I will teach you the ways of nut punch. Jesus.
But yeah, that was hilarious when he kind of... Johnny earned his respect by punching him in the nuts.
And I thought that was how men bonded anyway. Isn't that how y'all do it? You beat the shit out of each other and like... Isn't that how y'all become friends? Y'all get into a fist fight and work it out, and that's how that works?
That's kind of true. There's like several guys in school that I was friends with because they were bullies. And when they tried to bully me, I like punched them in the face, whether I won the fight or not. But then afterward, you're like, all right, you didn't take our shit. You're cool.
That is how men earn respect between other men. It's like barbaric and manly, and I don't know. It's a dude thing.
Because, sometimes whether you're going to lose the fight or not is not the
point.
Winning the fight's not the point. It's standing up.
Girl politics are so much more intricate and down low. So, boy politics are different, I guess.
Hulk smash.
Mm-hmm. Hulk smash. Look at this giant turd I found in the toilet. Don't look away like that. I know the story behind that one. Like, that's a thing. It's like Pokemon trading cards. Here, look at this picture of this giant shit. That happened. You can deny it all you want, but that happened.
Dudes will call other dudes like, dude, you don't believe this shit.
Literally. Hey, come smell this. It's male bonding is weird.
What, you've never pulled like spoiled milk out of the fridge and go, oh God, this is the worst thing I've ever smelled. Hey, smell this.
No,
you gotta share that experience with others.
No. Women don't do that. Or at least this woman don't do that.
What about the fart candle?
No. You horrible human being. You bastard. Fuck off. Oh God.
So, to sidetrack from Mortal Kombat, this was almost a fatality.
Yeah.
We were in a little knick-knack store that had novelty items, and they had these, I think they were called man candles. They were different like scented candles, and I'm picking them up, smelling them all, because there's like a wood one, there's a bourbon one, there's a tobacco one that kind of smelled like cigars, and then there was this one that was fart scented, and it stank so bad. So I'm smelling all these good smelling candles, and I hit that one. I'm like, oh God. And about that time she walks up, and she sees the other candles that are got, bourbon and whatnot. I'm like, hey, smell this one. It's really interesting. And she takes a deep whiff.
Jesus Christ.
And it's almost pukes in the middle of the store.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
I mean, you went like all the way in on that candle, like, and then.
Excuse me for assuming that you're going to do something pleasant. I should know better. But I don't, because I keep giving you the benefit of the doubt.
This is the equivalent of you watching a TikTok and seeing something disgusting, and then immediately having to show me the disgusting thing you've seen on the internet. You have to. There's some experiences that have to be shared.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do such a thing. I would never.
No, it's the definition of the I seen this, so now you have to too.
Okay, fine, maybe.
But yeah, the Johnny Cage Baraka fight. Like I literally in the theater, I'm like, yes, he did the thing. Nut punch.
Men enjoy watching other men get punched in the nuts, and you would think it would be a commiserating thing. It's like, I know that hurts, I feel bad. No, it's awesome.
It's hilarious. That's like, have you seen it might have been an Olympic event. I'd seen the video, but I'd never heard like the broadcast of it.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those, I can't remember the name of the sport, but it's like a downhill skiing where you're having to go between flags.
Okay.
And homeboy took the turn a little wide, and instead of going around the flag, split the flag, and you could hear it hitting him in the nuts.
Jesus.
Like the TV cameras like picked it up, and he's going like the rest of the way down the mountain, like hunched over, still on his skis. Like it sounded like the Wilhelm scream from like Star Wars, like, ah! And the announcer's like, oh my.
Yeah, oh my. In the George Takei voice, like you just did it. Yeah. Oh my. We're getting way off track. We're going way off track. Went from fart candles to nut punch skiers to like yeah, we went way off.
Yeah, but once the boys break the amulet and
Raiden gets his
mojo back.
Yeah.
And I like that, friggin' Shang Tsung, they're like, he sent his last warriors to Netherrealm. You go stop them. I'm going to go finish off Raiden because they didn't quite kill him. And I like, fucking the powers release, Raiden's recharged. And he kind of wakes up and Shang Tsung's standing there with a knife. And he's like, why are you still alive? And he's like, why aren't you running?
Yeah.
Just bug zapped his
what the
ass.
hell are you sitting there watching me for, you dumbass?
You should be running now because I'm about to light you up.
Yep.
But yeah, then you get Liu Kang, Katana, and Sonya versus the now no longer immortal Shao Kahn. But in
Which is bullshit, because the whole thing is Mortal fucking Kombat. You don't get to be an immortal in Mortal Kombat. That's kind of the point. The point is that everybody could die.
I mean, Raiden was a playable character. He's technically a god.
Well, yes, but he wasn't immortal because somebody slit his throat. He wasn't mortal anyway.
Released his god juice, as you called it earlier.
God juice. God juice. Yep.
Oh.
I do not regret my decisions on that one.
But yeah, he ends up. Of course, he killed Jax when they tried to raid the temple.
That sucks. I like Jax.
Yeah, Mehcad Brooks is a good actor. I liked him in Supergirl.
Yeah.
But he ends up stabbing Liu Kang with his hammer, but then Liu Kang doesn't kind of really die, which was kind of badass when they go into the temple and he comes across Shao Kahn before they realize that like he can't be destroyed, and he's like friggin' basically does his like dragon fatality. Like there's like just two like giant flaming dragons and he's like, I am Liu Kang, the last of the dragons, like, and I will watch you burn. And I'm like, fuck yeah. But then, as you know in the games, at a certain point Liu Kang like became a god, and so it appears like when he got stabbed he didn't really die. His eyes like flamed over and he's like, I realize I am not the chosen one. I am not here to defeat you. I'm gonna go and bring back Kung Lao, and then just basically disappears in like fire. So like I think he's like leveled up to fire god status.
Yep, I'm like, no, okay.
And I'm here to talk long enough to distract you, so
this
so
shit is
Sonya
now beneath me,
can
so somebody else
can free Katana.
This shit is now beneath me. I have nothing to do with this anymore. I don't care.
So yeah. While he's distracted, Sonya frees Katana, and Shang Tsung is like, yes, we have one more warrior left to kill her, and she's like, no, I fight for the Earth Realm, and and I do like the use of like the flaming goblets showing who was winning.
Yeah.
That was
very cool.
A detail straight out of the video game. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked that. That was pretty cool.
But yeah, the Katana.
I will kill you with my ponytail that I took from my father's dead body.
But yeah, the Katana Shao Kahn fight. And if you noticed, it mirrored a lot of what her father did previously that just didn't
work.
He was able to injure him, but he couldn't pull it off. But she used a lot of the same moves in that fight. But then the stabbing him twice in the head with the folded fans and then unfolding him and then like just spinning inside of his head till his like brain fell out of his skull.
That was
I was like,
cool. I liked that.
All right, that's probably one of the best fatalities in this movie.
Maybe I just got a thing for things that like, I don't know. Maybe it's a mechanical thing. I don't know. Because I played Katana a lot, and then I played Ivy in Soul Calibur because she had the fucking chain sword. It's like, maybe I just like the mechanical death. Yeah.
But yeah, so then cut to Johnny actually did the thing. He went back to Baraka, and he's like there telling around the campfire, telling Baraka and like the young
children.
Takadans like the story of Mortal Kombat with, of course, Johnny Cage embellishments. He's like, yeah, and I told Raiden it's all about perspective. And then like Raiden and Sonya show up. He's like, that is not how I remember that conversation going. Well, it's just artistic embellishment. And
Close enough.
And then Katana and Jade show up, and then here comes Kano with chained up freaking Quan Chi's like, hey, I got this fucking Voldemort's nutsack here. He's good with raising the dead. He's like, so what are we doing here, Raiden? He's like, I figure you would have fucked off back to Hollywood. He's like, no, I made a promise to my new students here that I would come and train them. And he's like, well, we won Mortal Kombat, but we lost a lot of our friends along the way, so I think we should go to the Netherworld and
let's
bring them back.
Hopefully, kind of like Kano in full version, not, zombie bitch version.
Yeah. Because there was one game where Liu Kang, there was like a zombie Liu Kang, and he was kind of a wild character. But yeah, and then he's like, so what do you think, Baraka? You want to come with us? He's like, yes, Johnny fucking Cage. I do.
Oh God. Oh no, what was it? Oh, Professor Mike. What the fuck is the line? The Matt Damon line, Robin Williams. Oh, Captain My Captain. There you go. He just went all Captain My Captain on Johnny Cage.
And that wasn't Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was in the movie.
He was not in Dead Poet Society.
Yes, he was. I think he...
Oh, you Google that.
I will. I believe he was,
but the character design too of Baraka looked really.
The teeth thing was cool.
And I'm easy one to
I'm glad the kids look the same way.
Be cheesy, but yeah, they did a good job of character design on that one.
Okay, so maybe it was Ethan Hawke.
Yes, it was.
All right, whatever.
There's not a lot of things I'm good at in this life, but useless movie trivia is one.
Okay, so maybe it was Ethan Hawke. I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but went all Captain My Captain. Shut up. Move on.
Yes, Johnny fucking Cage. I do want to come with you.
Whatever you say. You punched me in the nut. I am now your servant. I mean, that's kind of how it works, isn't it? You just.
I was like, he's like, I cannot go any farther, but I pray that you unleash your warrior on your enemies, and they scream as you drink their blood and yada yada and he's like, yes, and you as well with the whole thing with your enemies and your blood.
Yeah, the enemies in their blood. Yeah. I wish to hear the wailing of the Jesus. I can't quote anything today. Never mind.
Conan, what is best in life?
Yes, the lamentations of their women.
To see your enemies run, whatever.
What was that? What was that about useless movie trivia? What now?
It's been a long time since I've watched Conan the Barbarian, but it's like to have your enemies run before you, to hear the lamentation of their women, and whatever the third one was.
Okay, yeah. See, you don't know it all either.
I'll Google that later.
Anyway, where were we?
But overall,
it was fun. It was a good movie. I kind of expected more from a 4-year later sequel, but
this is one of them that the first one came out during COVID times, and it was straight to video because theaters weren't open then. So I guess they didn't really have the
production value behind it to...
Well, I was going to say the box office numbers.
Well, that's true.
It's easier to get a sequel made when it's like, hey, this made X amount of money. So it probably took a while to get...
I mean, I'm sure it did make
there'd be
money
enough interest to do an actual...
I'm sure it did
theatrical
make
release.
Some money, because it would have had to for them to even consider a sequel. But I'm sure the numbers they ended up saying, okay, this is cool, we'll go move forward during COVID, and the numbers outside of COVID are different.
So this one being theatrical so far, and it's still in theaters, $80 million budget, it's made $101 million so far.
I mean, that's not the worst. I expected more people to be in the theaters when we went to see it, because we did see it early after.
Well, in its defense, our local theater is never crowded.
True.
It's we're kind of out in the middle of
just
nowhere.
Getting out, and but like.
So yeah, if we had went to like a bigger town, maybe seeing that on a Sunday, it's never.
Because I've seen some some videos of some releases where the theater's packed and a lot of crowded yelling and oh, they said the thing, or oh, it's so cool, so like it made money.
Well, supposedly it's already beat the box office of the first one, and the 2 weeks that it's been out. So I mean, it is more successful, but also the budget of the first film was like $55 million, where this one was $80 million. So that's probably why it looked a lot better.
True. I mean, anything you could get released during COVID times did okay, because you couldn't get much out.
So which do you think is better? The Scorpion Cole Sub-Zero fight from the first one, or the Scorpion Kano Johnny Cage fight from this one?
Kano and Johnny Cage are more entertaining. Sorry. I love Scorpion. I really do. I love Scorpion because I played Katana and I played Scorpion. I love them both. But Kano and Johnny Cage kind of made that fight.
And I said the first one too, the fight was a little more technical, because they were more, where this one was more weapon heavy.
True.
Because in the first one, he's fighting a powered human, but he's not fighting basically a
god
ghost demon.
Yeah. Zombie. You gotta have zombies. Can't fucking make movies anymore without zombies.
And of course, in that one, he did the toasty move, which I'm like, the traditional Scorpion fatality. I'm like,
yeah.
That gave that first fight
I just keep
more
knocking
props.
into shit.
So, as we wrap this up, pretty good cigar. Got a little bit of sweetness to it. A decent amount of strength. Kind of a leathery, earthiness to it. With this kind of like not a sugar sweetness, but more like a raisin, like a dried fruit sweetness.
Fruit, okay. Like
And a hint of pepper. I always like a nice peppery cigar. And LGs used to be one of my favorite cigars. Probably some of the LG small batches were some of my favorite sticks. They just didn't stick around long enough. So it's the closest I can get to a real LG, and I'm down with it. Mm-hmm. How was your usual cigar?
My usual is always good. That's why I guess my usual. It's always good. I know what I'm getting.
See, but if you're gonna do reviewing the same thing over and over and over again.
You do the review. At least I smoke during the podcast. That's better than Brad half the time.
So what do you think? You think we're going to get a third one?
The premise,
which I'm not sure what the story's going to be.
Could be, but it looked cool. Like,
it looks like there's not going to be a Mortal Kombat in the no Mortal Kombat in the first one. Mortal Kombat, and then the third one is like Mortal Kombat: The Search for Our Dead Friends.
Yeah, we got to go to hell. There you go. We got to go to hell and find everybody.
Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't wait for that one. I cannot wait for that one. That's next year, and it fucking needs to hurry up.
Oh. So what's some, we got plenty of OG characters in both these movies. Is there a Mortal Kombat character you've not seen yet that you want to see live action?
I would have liked to have seen more of Sindel, but I wanted her evil, not just zombified, lobotomied, brain fucked. But so I wanted her evil because
but we saw her. Like, is there a character we haven't seen that you would like to see?
I liked Goro's sister. Or at least I think that was the premise. That was.
Yeah,
I think that's who she was.
There was a female Cotton in one of the movies, but yeah, there is like a female Goro-esque character, but I do not recall
what her name was. Shiva, maybe?
There was one that was like half horse, but then now I remember there is one that's like Goro, just a full-armed female version. I can't remember which. Like I said, 12 games in, it's like they start kind of blending together.
Yeah.
I always liked, because we got, what's his name with the hook swords in the first movie. Mm-hmm. I always liked that character. And then there was the one that was, I'm blanking on his name now, but he was like a cop.
I don't remember.
Like one of his special moves was like beating you with his nightstick.
I don't remember that one.
That might make a good a good one. Oh, Borracho, the drunken master.
Yeah, played by Pedro Pascal. That's how the casting for that goes. Even though
that's what we need in the new Mortal Kombat is Borracho, the drunken warrior. Because one of his special moves is he would puke on you.
Yeah, played by Pedro Pascal. I have cast it for them. All I gotta do is go do it.
No, what's his name? Sammy Hung. Because Borracho was kind of like a fatter Asian dude, and so is Sammo. But he's old as shit now, so I'm like, I don't know if he's still around. But he could make a good. Oh, fucking Jackie Chan! Like, he did the Drunken Master movies.
Yes,
so
but he's familiar with younger.
He's familiar with the fighting style.
But he was much younger.
That's all we got for you this week. Check us out on Science coming up. And with that, we'll see you next time.
Looking for smart, fun conversations about science fiction, fantasy, superheroes, anime, gaming, and all things geek culture? Join me, your host Nathan, on the 42 Cast, where every episode brings together a new panel of fans to dive deep into the stories, characters, and worlds we love. From classic franchises to hidden gems, the 42 Cast explores genre fiction with insight, humor, and plenty of passionate debate. Subscribe to the 42 Cast wherever you get your podcasts and join the conversation.
Yes, science!
And welcome back. It's time for some science.
Yay, science. Oh, God, that hurt. That was a little too high. That hurt.
Dogs in the neighborhood are now barking.
Yeah, I think they are.
So... got some weird robot news.
Is it the sex doll? Please be the sex doll.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh,
what article have you
seen? That? Yeah, I'll have to find it. I don't know. So, some of the red pill dudes just somebody released the newest and like most fully functional sex doll. Watch out, women, we don't need you anymore. I'm like, we didn't want you in the first place. We don't need you anymore.
Well, are you familiar with the Waymoos?
Yes.
The Raymos, however you...
yes.
I think I know I mean, we saw a couple riding around Dragon Con. It's basically Uber robots. If you need a self-driving car that pick you up and drive you places, it's in your major cities, Waymoos becoming a thing, which I've not driven or rode around in one, and all the ones we saw at Dragon Con had a someone sitting in the driver's seat just making sure he didn't run nobody over. But apparently one Atlanta neighborhood got invaded by Waymo cars. So for like hours, dozens of these cars, for some reason glitched out and drove into this neighborhood and couldn't find their ways out and was just driving back and forth. Like several got stuck in cul-de-sacs where they kind of blocked each other in and couldn't figure out how to get out. And so that, this neighborhood was kind of terrorized for hours by an invasion of
Yeah, but there's
self-driving
been a lot
cars.
of reports of them going a little sideways, and they're like trying to turn onto streets that are one way, and they keep turning and getting in the way, or stopping in the middle of the intersections. And
I seen
stopping.
one like driving through a like cops had somebody pulled over, and one of them just tried to drive. They had the road closed, and they tried to drive through a crime scene because it just did not recognize the. And apparently,
you have no power here. I shall pass.
And apparently, there is no like customer service line for Waymo because they were like, we tried calling and just got like an automated message. There was no way to get a hold of a live person to report that, hey, you've lost all your cars in our fucking neighborhood.
It would not let some dude out of the car. It just flat out refused and held the dude hostage in the car. And he's like trying to call, and there's no customer support, so he's just stuck in there until somebody comes and like breaks him out.
So yeah, ride the robo taxi at your own peril. Yeah, that's because I've heard like so I was talking to somebody that had bought one of the new Cybertrucks, and the Tesla self-driving feature is pretty good. They're like basically these like there's no like I get in the car, I put in the address I want to go to, and it drives me all the way there and even parks. Mm-hmm. Like I have to do nothing except for like I have to be there, and it has to make sure you're like at least like, you know, you got to touch the wheel ever so often to show you that you're still awake. But yeah, it'll drive with no input from you whatsoever.
Like, set that from your smartphone or something. Like you could go to the bar and it'll come pick you up. That's great. That's great. Your own personal Uber that will come get you. But like, yeah, I don't know.
That's actually one of the things they've talked about doing is basically it's your car can make money. It's kind of like what Waymo's doing with their automated car. It's like, so if you know you're going to work and say you're at work for 8 hours, during the 8 hours you're there, you can like flip your car to like rideshare mode, and then it becomes like an automated Uber, and we'll go out and run errands and shit for people, and then come back when it's time for you to get off work, so the car can actually make money for you while you're at work. But I'm not sure that's been implemented anywhere yet, but that's been one of the things they've talked about as these.
You can see where my priorities are at. I'm just like, no, we want to go get drunk together and not one of us have to drive. You see where my priorities are loaded. I didn't even think about saying your car could go pay it for itself, but like, no.
I haven't looked into the legalities of self-driving cars. Well, you'd probably still get a DUI, but you're less likely to get pulled over because you're not going to be swerving if the car's driving. But if you get stopped in a license check, because I think they require someone to be coherent behind the wheel just in case it glitches out, someone that can take over if need be. So I'm not sure it's still legal to. I'm gonna have to Google that once we're done if you can get a DUI in a self-driving car.
I'm sure you can.
Well, from that robots to AI is eliminating all our jobs. They're probably going to be AI. There probably already is AI podcasts. But a new company has made an automated tire bot.
Automated tire bot.
Yes, Boston-based robotics company has unveiled what they're calling Smart Bay, an AI-powered robotic tire change platform built for dealership, shops, and service center. So this system will change your tires, balance your wheels, and even do vehicle inspections with minimal human intervention.
But is it gonna clean your windows and put a fresh air freshener in the car? Because like that's that extra personal human touch, you know.
It possibly could. Yeah. So the service-based system, Smart Bay, uses a physical AI computer vision machine learning to perform tire work in real time instead of relying on fixed routines. The system adapts to each vehicle. So it's not one built like this thing can change your tires and services, but only can service this one vehicle. The company is called Automated Tire Incorporated, describes it as the next generation of automotive service bay. The robotic system built to automate routine, physically demanding work that traditionally requires a skilled service bay personnel. So rather than relying on a technician to manually remove the wheel, dismount the tire, and balance it on traditional equipment, and then reinstall everything, Smart Bay performs the tire change and wheel balance itself with only light touch oversight from an operator.
I am not interested unless it looks like the little tire change guy from Cars. If it doesn't sit there and go pit stop and run around by itself, I'm not interested.
Kind of more like the Tony Stark, like the early versions of the Iron Man suit where all the arms come out and start like,
that's not as cool.
Could be fast too, because if it can change all 4 tires at once instead of doing 1 tire at a time, if it's like a fucking robot pit crew where it can just do everything simultaneously. Well, from robots to penguins.
Because those are such similar things.
Well, penguins are helping scientists track forever chemicals in Patagonia.
I don't know what any of those words meant except penguin. So I know where Patagonia is, but I'm not sure what a forever chemical is. But
it's basically harmful chemicals in the environment that don't break down, like plastics.
Oh, okay.
So researchers have found toxic chemicals on the remote southern coastline of Argentina with the help of what they're calling avian assistance. Scientists fitted Magellanic penguins with silicone passive sampler bands, a non-invasive tool that absorbs chemicals from water, air, and surfaces that the penguins frequent. Mm-hmm. So they've been looking for an alternative ways to measure pollution for a while, and now that's how that affects these species. So they,
do we want the penguins to hear this?
So, published in the journal Earth Environmental Sustainability, inspired by, apparently there's a version of this, wristband samplers that humans can wear to measure exposure to contaminants. So they're like, why don't we just stick this on penguins? And then we can study the penguins the same way. And he's like, we put other devices like, trackers and whatnot on penguins that we're studying. Why not a silicone band that can, and they said,
penguins are fairly smart birds. They're easily trainable. They're fairly gregarious creatures. They're just like, come check this out.
Wow, here's a word that I can't pronounce. Over 3 breeding seasons, the team gathered samples from 55 penguins. More than 90% of the bands detected polyfluoroalkyl substances, or PFAs. A group of synthetic chemicals used in a huge range of everyday products, from non-stick cookware to raincoats to firefighting foam and pharmaceuticals. Here's that where the forever chemical thing comes in. PFAs are resistant to water, grease, chemicals, and heat, so they're very hard to break down.
Oh.
And apparently the penguins say they're out in the environment. And lastly, if you've ever listened to a nature documentary growing up, you probably recognize this name, David Attenborough.
Sir David.
Who, not only a environmentalist researcher himself, narrated a lot of these documentaries throughout the years. Well, he has turned 100 this year, and in honor of the legendary naturalist and broadcaster's 100th birthday, scientists have named a newly identified species of wasp after David Attenborough.
I think he actually is knighted, but I'm not. I believe he was knighted at some point.
Well, they don't call him sir in this article, but yeah, you're probably right. The wasp, called the Attenborough Nicholas Tau, is
yes, he is knighted.
Discovered in southern Chile's Valdivia province. Basically, it's these specimens discovered back in 1983, but just recently been discovered that it is actually a new species of insect that and not just a different kind of size of a previous discovered insect. So yeah, these parasitic wasps are now named after Mr. Attenborough and Sir David as his for his birthday. Well, that's all I got for you this week, and we'll be right back with some news.
And now it's time for all things nerdy in nerd news.
And welcome back. It's time for some news.
Yay, news.
All right. A little more subdued that time. You didn't get
No,
too high.
I'm not reaching octave negatives at this point.
Well, we got a few articles for you. First up, probably one of the things I'm most excited about. Terminalist Season 2. True Believer has finally got an official release date. We get to see the James Reese stacking bodies yet again, coming this October 21st. This is one I've been looking forward to since, the first one came out however many years ago, and it was probably like
like a while, I guess.
Yeah, because I loved those books, and the TV show was so good. It was not as it didn't follow the books exactly, so they changed enough things that it was like a new story. And then the prequel came out, Dark Wolf, and that just kind of got me amped up to see the second book, which I hope this goes on for a while so they get to Savage Son, because that's probably one of my favorite stories of the Terminalist series. But yeah, so far each season is following. Season 1 was book 1, season 2 is now book 2. They've announced it's going to be 8 episodes long, but yeah, October 21st we can look at that again. And then we got another classic returning, Evil Dead Burn. We get the trailer
so good.
for that.
That looks so good.
And if you're not familiar with
Who is not familiar with Evil Dead?
Not Evil Dead, the Evil Dead reboot universe, I guess, where it's less campy, more
violent,
serious, like horror. And the first one was pretty good. That followed it basically was a reboot of the original story. But the second one, where they finally got out of the cabin in the woods, Evil Dead Rise, which was Evil Dead in a apartment complex, which felt even more claustrophobic than being stuck in the cabin in the woods. I mean, it was, the effects were amazing. It was violent. And Evil Dead Burn, now it looks like we're taking the dead to the suburbs.
Let's do that. There should be dead everywhere. It's equal opportunity.
Homeboy falling into the dishwasher full of knives and forks is probably,
that was cool.
I laughed out loud when I saw that in the
bad.
trailer.
That was so bad. I liked it so much. I enjoyed it. If somebody shows up at your door with a fucking headrest from the car going through their neck, you don't let them inside. That's
and the
dumb.
slow pull of it out of there.
Oh, that was good.
And the cheers to your health and drinking the hot candle wax was pretty. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, and we don't have too long to wait. That's going to be coming out July 10th. And staying on the horror genre, Passengers, which will be coming out the 22nd of this month.
That one looks kind of weird to me.
It's kind of like, I don't know, I've heard the ghost stories of like the picking up the hitchhiker that disappears from the car. This one is like the effect of like,
the hook was still on the door. Yeah.
It's kind of like an urban legend brought to life, but the I've never seen a trailer with a jump scare in it. And it's like it starts off with like dude just like hauling ass down the highway, and like he passes some dude that you can't quite see the details of their face on the side of the road, and keeps going, and the dude's still there, and keeps going, the dude's still there. And then finally, like, the fourth time he passes the same dude, when he turns to look, the dude's in the car with him, and it's like, oh shit.
That was pretty good. It was a pretty good trailer. I'm not as desperate for that one, but it looks like it might be good.
What is that sound I'm hearing?
I don't know. Sounds like the kid.
Oh,
giggling.
okay. I thought it might have been video playing because I could hear laughing in my headphones.
No, I think the kid's out in the yard.
And in the tradition of turning innocuous children's things into movies, we've had the Mickey Mouse horror movie, we've had the Winnie the Pooh, we've had the Popeye the Sailor Man, and then we also had, like, Battleship as
But
pretty good.
Battleship's
That one's pretty good.
That is my favorite, one of my favorite movies ever,
Well,
and I don't know why.
Now they've done it to Hungry Hippos.
They have been teasing that shit for so long, though. I've seen parts of that trailer for so many years, because, like, they've been teasing that shit forever.
Well, apparently we finally have a release date of June 23rd for Hungry. The story of, looks like people getting lost on some kind of swamp tour and getting hunted by an angry hippo who appears to be hungry.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it could be a worse premise. It's not too bad.
I mean, we've watched several shark-based horror movies. We've watched Cocaine Bear. Hell, we've even watched Zombeaver. So it's
I did not see Zombeaver, but I guess I must have missed that
it may still be on Netflix. You should watch it. It's about zombie beavers. But yeah, so now we've got a killer hippo movie coming.
I like killer hippos. I like hippos, period. Anytime nature decides to go against humans, I'm down.
And we got a trailer for the latest Big Bang Theory spinoff.
That looks so fun. I can't wait. I gotta watch that.
So we had Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, what was the Mandy and what's Georgie's first marriage or whatever the fuck that was called.
Something like that.
And now Big Bang Theory and the Apocalypse is the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yep.
We got the first trailer for Stewart Fails to Save the World. Which, if you remember the character of Stewart, as the kind of loser guy who ran the comic book shop.
Poor man. He's funny though.
Apparently,
he's so funny.
Apparently, he's found a portal to.
Excuse me. Sorry.
A multiverse where the world has kind of various apocalypses has happened, and now it's up to.
See what happened.
Original Stewart.
Somebody put Sheldon in charge somewhere, and he just destroyed the world.
So yeah, somehow his apocalyptic self comes to warn regular reality Stewart, and it's up to him to try to stop the apocalypse from coming.
Fix the fucking timelines.
Damn it, Barry.
Damn it, Barry Crippy.
But yeah, the trailer looks fun. It's very, especially like he's still running a comic book shop in the apocalypse, and like his buddy come in, there's like a friggin' zombie at the door, and he's like, "Just cut the lights off. They'll usually go away when they're."
No, that was a giant moth.
Oh no, but there was like a zombie or something outside.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking whatever Mothman outside. He's like, "Just turn the lights off. It'll go away."
That's awesome. I want to see that.
But that one will be coming out July 23rd on, I believe, HBO Max.
Yep.
So may have to check that out. And that's the last trailer news we got for you. But we've got some upcoming movie castings. Bad Boy Billy, Darcy Montgomery, if that's how I pronounce his name. Dacre Montgomery.
Dacre or Dacre.
From Stranger Things, who played Billy, is joining the cast of the John Wick spinoff Kane. If you remember the blind assassin from the last John Wick movie. He's getting a ballerina style spinoff series starring Donnie Yen and Rina Sawayama. But yeah, he has been cast to join the in an undisclosed role. But yeah, it'll be and Donnie Yen is actually going to be directing and starring in this, and he's like a martial arts legend, so it's going to be
So Dacre Montgomery is headlining this?
No, he's in it.
Yes, but as the main character.
No, Donnie Yen.
Oh.
Is the main character.
Okay.
He is Kane.
Okay,
the movie is called Kane.
That's what I'm asking. Shut up.
So yes, he's joined the cast in an undisclosed role so far. But yeah, I like Donnie Yen, and his character in John Wick 4 was pretty badass. So I'm waiting to see what the solo film shows for him. And finally, James Bond is coming back.
Oh boy.
So the hunt for the next James Bond has officially begun, and Game of Thrones casting director has been hired to find our new Bond.
Need a woman Bond. Do you remember the cartoon?
James Bond Jr.?
Yes, that was awesome. Like, now I could watch that, or like a female Bond. That would be cool.
No.
Yes.
That would be horrendous.
That would be cool.
No.
That would be cool.
Every movie where they've tried to gender swap an established character has failed.
It doesn't have to be James Bond. It could be his daughter. It could be his niece.
Yes, but if you title it James
Bond,
I'm saying they should not make a female James Bond.
No,
because that would do horribly.
I don't need a female James Bond.
Like, we didn't need a Jane Wick movie. We got Ballerina in the John Wick universe, and that was fairly successful and a good fucking movie. Like I said, if you want a female-led spy film, make a female-led spy film, but there's no point in making it James Bond.
I want like a James Bond relative.
So yeah, the studios are looking for an actor to step in after Daniel Craig, which Daniel Craig, Bond is always kind of campy and funny, and the Daniel Craig era of Bond was a little more dark and gritty. It was way too much Mission Impossible, not enough James Bond. He was a little.
Pierce Brosnan was better.
Yeah, I mean, they were good action movies, but I'm not sure they were good James Bond movies, and especially the last one, No Time to Die. I saw that once, and they violated the big. You don't kill fucking James Bond. Like, it ended with Bond getting blown up. I'm like, this is like, no, I will never watch that one again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no kind of specific timeline on when we will get a new Bond, but Nina Gold is currently looking for the replacement. Supposedly, MGM Studios has bought it, and I believe Amazon may be coming up with it. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get a Bond.
Like I said, do it as a James Bond Jr. and put give it to Steve. Steve's going to be our new James Bond Jr.
Steve who? Harrington?
Yes, Steve Harrington. Stranger Things Steve is now James Bond Jr.
He's a little old for that, isn't he? Because James Bond Jr. was like a high school kid.
Yeah, well, when have you ever seen high school kids play high school kids? It's always 20, 30-year-olds that play high school kids.
But yeah, that's all I got for you. Check us out on cigarnerdpodcast.com. We are on the ESO Network at esonetwork.com. Get your shirts at realmensmokecigars.com. Get your energy drinks at strikeforceenergy.com. Promo code Cigar Nerds. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X at Cigar Nerd Pod, and we got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. Cigar Nerd Podcast. And with that, finish him.
Fatality.
And this has been a recording of the Cigar Nerd Podcast. We're your hosts, Smokin' Joe and Brad Jackson. Join us next time for more adventures in nerddom.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.